1978 में 184 हिंदुओं को सामूहिक रूप से जला दिया गया। 209 हिंदुओं की निर्मम हत्या वहां हुई है संभल के अंदर। 209 हिंदुओं की 209 हिंदुओं की निर्मम हत्या वहां हुई है संभल के अंदर।
40 साल पुराने मामले से आज के नौजवान का क्या लेना देना, जब जिसकी याद भी नौजवानों के दिमाग में नहीं है, नौजवान पैदा नहीं हुआ था, भाजपा नौजवानों के साथ धोखा कर रही है।
It is a welcome move, provided they do it seriously and impartially. They should try to find out the reasons why this kind of thing happened.
46 years ago, in the year 1978, Uttar Pradesh's Sambhal saw deadly riots. Many Hindu families were displaced, their homes were burned, shops were vandalized, and many even lost their lives. While the official death toll mentioned in the files was 17, locals in Sambhal claim that more than 180 people were killed in these riots. The Yogi Adityanath government has decided to take a look at the 1978 Sambhal riot files once again. And this decision comes in the back of the testimonies by families of the victims of the 1978 riots. The victims of the 1978 riots claimed that the real masterminds and perpetrators of the Sambhal riots were never punished. They've claimed that when the district court acquitted the accused, no appeals were made in high courts. Not too long ago, UP Chief Minister Yogi Adityanath raised the issue on the floor of the UP Legislative Assembly. Listen in.
1978 में 184 हिंदुओं को सामूहिक रूप से जला दिया। 209 हिंदुओं की निर्मम हत्या वहां हुई है संभल के अंदर। 209 हिंदुओं की। और एक भी बार किसी ने उन निर्दोष हिंदुओं के लिए कभी दो शब्द नहीं कहे, उनके प्रति, उन परिवारों के प्रति संवेदना के शब्द नहीं कहे।
But ask the opposition and they say, what will the government even find in terms of evidence after 46 years? Akhilesh Yadav's Samajwadi Party says the reopening of Sambhal riots files is nothing but a deflection. AIMIM Baris Pathan is linking the UP government's decision of calling for a report in 1978 riots an attempt by the Yogi government to polarize ahead of the Milkipur by-polls. The BJP, on the other hand, is asking, why is the Samajwadi Party scared of the 1978 Sambhal truth?
40 साल पुराने मामले से आज के नौजवान का क्या लेना देना, जिसकी याद भी नौजवानों के दिमाग में नहीं है, नौजवान पैदा नहीं हुआ था, भाजपा नौजवानों के साथ धोखा कर रही है, उत्तर प्रदेश की जनता के साथ धोखा कर रही है।
देखिए, गड़े मुर्दे खोदना है, हिंदू मुसलमान के बीच में नफरत फैलाना है और सांप्रदायिक तनाव फैलाना है, पोलराइज करना, यही बच गया उत्तर प्रदेश के मुख्यमंत्री का काम। क्यों देश को ले जाना चाहते हो आप? ये इनकी पूरी देश को 91 के एरा में ले जाना चाहते हैं, बाबरी एरा में।
It is a welcome move, provided they do it seriously and impartially. They should try to find out the reasons why this kind of thing happened, and this will ensure that in future nothing should happen like this, which spoils the basic brotherhood and the peace of the society.
समझ में नहीं आता कि इसका स्वागत करने के बदले इसमें क्यों कुछ लोग कह रहे हैं कि ये सांप्रदायिकता फैलाने के लिए है, कुछ लोग जांच में शक कर रहे हैं, कुछ लोग पहले से ही कह रहे हैं कि ये माहौल को बिगाड़ेगा। अरे भाई, जांच हो जाने दीजिए, दूध का दूध पानी का पानी हो जाएगा।
You're watching the News Hour at 10, debate number 1 on Times Now, Super Prime Time.
Let's take this across to our guest. Joining us with us is Sharad Trivedi, spokesperson of the BJP. Sushil Pandit, activist, is with us. We also have Kamruzaman Chaudhary, political analyst. But my first question is to Akhilesh Katiyar, national spokesperson of Samajwadi Party. Akhilesh Katiyar, अगर इस पूरे मामले की जांच की जा रही है, अगर ऐसे विक्टिम्स हैं जो कह रहे हैं कि उनके साथ जो अन्याय किया गया उसके बारे में जांच होनी चाहिए, और अगर फाइल ऐसे एग्जामिन करके रिपोर्ट देने की अगर यूपी सरकार ने ऑर्डर दिए हैं, तो इसमें आपत्ति आपको क्या है?
नहीं माधव जी, नमस्कार। मुझे कोई आपत्ति नहीं है और मुझे लगता है कि किसी को कोई आपत्ति नहीं है माधव जी, लेकिन सवाल नीत का और उससे जुड़ा है नियत का। जब 4 जून जब से परिणाम पार्लियामेंट 2024 के आए हैं माधव साहब, उसके पहले और उसके बाद में जो बयान इस देश ने देखे हैं, बटोगे तो कटोगे, एक है तो सेफ है। और जब जो दलित और पिछड़ों ने जब से अपने अधिकारों पे सवाल करने खड़े कर दिए, मेरे नेता माननीय अखिलेश यादव जी ने दलित और पिछड़ों, आरक्षण, किसानों की बात करनी शुरू कर दी है, उसके बाद से इस देश का वातावरण एक दूसरी दिशा में चल निकला है। इसी देश में किसी को दिक्कत नहीं है, आप बिल्कुल जांच करें। जो पीड़ित पर लोग हैं, जो परिवार हैं उनके प्रति हमारी गहरी संवेदनाएं हैं। लेकिन इसी देश में अभी 2 साल 1.5 साल पहले जब किसान आंदोलन हुआ था, उसमें हजारों लोग शहीद हुए हैं, बात उस पर भी कर ली जाए। बेरोजगार लोग डेली फांसी लगा रहे हैं,
हजारों लोग कहां शहीद हुए हैं सर?
उस पे भी
कैसी
बात
बातें कर
ली
रहे हैं?
जाए।
नहीं अखिलेश जी प्लीज, हजारों लोग कहां शहीद हुए हैं? कैसी बात कर रहे हैं आप? कौन सा आंदोलन है ये?
जी एक मिनट माधव साहब, इस देश में किसानों की आत्महत्या का डेटा निकाल लीजिए, आपको पता चल जाएगा।
आपने 2 साल पहले की बात की, आंदोलन में हजारों लोग शहीद नहीं हुए।
बदहाली के कारण
फैक्चुअली बात करिए प्लीज।
और
मुझे कोई आपत्ति नहीं, आप बीजेपी पे जितने सवाल कर रहे हैं करिए, बट सब जितने भी पैनलिस्ट हैं सबको फैक्ट्स पे बात करना पड़ेगा, बस इतनी रिक्वेस्ट है मेरी।
माधव साहब मैं बिल्कुल सहमत हूं, लेकिन जितने लोग शहीद हुए हैं उनकी संख्या सैकड़ों में है ना, हजारों में नहीं है, सैकड़ों में तो है।
सर किसान
तो
आंदोलन की बात कर रहे हैं कि आप किसान आत्महत्या की बात कर रहे हैं, दोनों अलग चीज है कि नहीं?
दोनों अलग चीज है, लेकिन दोनों के बिल्कुल अलग चीज है, लेकिन दोनों के पीछे जो है मकसद उनकी बदहाली, उनकी जो माली हालत है उसके कारण है, बेरोजगारी है। मैं ये चाहता हूं कि सरकार को इसके बाद, जब से उत्तर प्रदेश में बीजेपी के जो आंकड़े नीचे आए, उसके बाद जो ध्रुवीकरण की राजनीति शुरू हुई है, उस नियत पे सवाल है माधव साहब।
I want Sharad Trivedi to respond to that. Sharad Trivedi.
Madhav, I would like to respond to my friend from Samajwadi Party. The only trouble with these people face is when we talk about Indian history, when we talk about the mandirs. If we were talking about masjids, there wouldn't have any problem. Now today, the Yogi ji has said that the Waqf board property would be taken, which has been falsely acquired by these people, and university and airport and all the development will take place there. But they don't have, they are not commenting anything on that. Today we are talking about a trauma that people in Sambhal suffered 46 years back. We want that matter to come out and reconciliation should happen. And my friend Fakhrul Hasan from Samajwadi Party rightly said, it has nothing to do with the youth today. It has got to do with those old people whose tears have frozen in time. They want the truth to come out. They want justice. The people are crying for justice. When we talk about Jallianwala Bagh, are we talking about anti-Christian feelings? When we talk about 130 people, the car sevaks killed by the Samajwadi Party, are we talking about Samajwadi Party, or we are talking about Mani Mulayam Singh ji, or we are talking about one community or the other community? It is an incident that happened in history. This Sambhal is a place which has been haunted by these riots for last 70 years. There's been a riot in 47, 48, 58, 62, 68 and 78. The more number of people have died out there, and probably rest of the riots in these places put together. We want the truth to come out. There is a worldwide quest for reconciliation.
But Mr. Sharad Trivedi, may I just pose one simple question to you? The current government, sir, has been in place since 2017. There has been governments headed by Mr. Kalyan Singh, by Rajnath Singh, and even the then incumbent government was a Janata Party government, is what Congress leaders such as Pramod Tiwari have said on record. And they say, given that Jan Sangh, which was the original form of the BJP, had merged into the Janata Party, the BJP can't absolve itself of not having taken responsibility, or why it didn't take enough responsibility and conduct a probe then. What would you say to that?
The apple did not fall the day Newton saw it. It was falling, but today we came to a conclusion that yes, this the matter should be investigated, the matter should be brought to light, the justice should be given to these people. If things were not done before, doesn't mean that we are not going to do it today.
Okay.
Today we have decided to do it. What is the problem?
This is not about any community, Kamruzaman Chaudhary. It is now, since the issue has come to light, we have decided to provide justice to the victims who are now speaking up, and it's about providing justice to the victims, not about targeting any communities, says the BJP. Please respond.
Now, Madhav, it's very simple to say such a dialogue, it's very simple. But you see, the entire issue is a vindictive approach by the Yogi administration. Since the Sambhal riots that happened very recently in Uttar Pradesh, we have been targeting the SP of Sambhal, the DM of Sambhal, who were directly responsible in the killing of 5 people in Sambhal during those 2024 riots. But Yogi administration did not remove them, not placed any inquiry on the killings of those 5 people in the Sambhal
directly killing
riots.
is a very serious charge, Mr. Kamaruzzaman Chaudhary. There was violence
coming up in Uttar Pradesh.
No, please back up this charge with some evidence. How are you saying they're directly responsible for killing?
No. But that's my opinion.
Are you saying that the DM and the SP physically killed people? That's a very serious and a sensational charge to make, sir.
Yes, of course, and I stand for it. Because
on what basis?
The world knows that the Sambhal killings were a staged one. We all know that. We all know that.
Sir, it is one thing for you to say that you're saying it was staged. You have said that SP and DM have killed people. They are two very different things.
Yes. 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 The SP and DM have ordered the killing of those 5 people during those protests that happened after the survey that was ordered by the district court of Sambhal. That's my statement. You can take it, you can leave it. That's up to you. But my statement will not change. Coming to the debate of tonight,
so one second. Let's get this sorted right away. I want to bring in Sushil Pandit on this, and then we'll come to the issue of the riots, because Sushil Pandit is a very serious charge. Repeatedly, of course, holding the administration to account, perfectly fine. But when you come out to hold individual officers saying that they are responsible for having carried out killings of a particular community, it's a very, very serious charge to be making on national television. I want you to respond to Kamaruzzaman Chaudhary before we take this debate further.
Thank you, Madhav, and good evening to all of you. This is an age-old tactic. Those who are charged with investigating you put them in the dock and put them on defensive or raise a question mark on their integrity, their competence to investigate you. All culprits time and again have resorted to this cheap tactic of putting in dock the very people who are going to investigate your misdoings, your crimes, just to escape. I just heard Mr. Hassan say that we have a lot of empathy, sympathy for the families who lost their near and dear ones. More than 200 people lost their lives, not one convicted, not one punished. What kind of an empathy is this? What will we do with this empathy? These kind of crocodile tears are shed in order to acquit yourself and not express yourself on the side of justice, not stand up.
Can I come in now?
Not stand up. And this is vindictive. Then entire judicial process can be called vindictive. Just because somebody commits a crime, he should not be punished because it is called some kind of vendetta. What kind of a cock and bull theory is this? Okay. The entire jurisprudence is based on
justice, your cock and bull
so that
theory.
People are punished for their crimes.
One by one,
punished according to law. Punished according to law. This country has seen such criminal justice system which is loaded against the victims and loaded in favor of criminals.
Okay.
We are awaiting justice, Madhav.
Okay.
Madhav, we are awaiting justice for the last 36 years.
Yes.
And our Supreme Court said,
Madhav,
it is
and my question,
man wants to hear
I think that's a very pertinent point. It's not just the case of the Kashmiri Pandits. And let me come in on this. If in 1984 there are still cases pending in courts of law for the victims who lost their everything, who lost their close family members in the 1984 riots, why can the same not be done about 1978? What's so objectionable, Mr. Kamaruzzaman Chaudhary?
Nothing is objectionable, but why I say vindictive and selective? In 1983, 3,000 Muslims were massacred in Nellie in Assam after Vajpayee ji ranted a communal speech in Assam. That very next day, 3,000 Muslims were killed. Not a single inquiry was conducted. Not a single person was convicted on this. Why? In Gujarat, we know how Mr. Jafri was burnt alive Not even a single person was convicted for that riots.
So here's the
in
difference.
Muzaffarnagar 2013, 2022.
It's a
Mr. Chaudhary, here's the difference. All those Gujarat cases have gone to court. Over here, Kamruzaman Chaudhary, and I'm not justifying any act of violence. Every act of communal violence or any violence per se, even if it's not communal, is illegal. It's not allowed as per the law. And unfortunate as it is that what happened in Delhi was not probed. There were Congress governments, there is now BJP government. It's incumbent on them to probe it. Point over here is, there are people who are saying that there are several accused who have not been even been prosecuted in this case. That is what we're talking about, Mr. Kamruzaman Chaudhary.
Yeah, Madhav, one thing tell me, in 2013 Muzaffarnagar riots, the SIT had filed charge sheet in 175 out of 510 riot cases. But only 21 people have been convicted in 3 cases at that point, to this point, in October 2024. Out of the 510 riot cases, only 21 people were convicted.
Okay.
Why doesn't Yogi find a reason to open up the Muzaffarnagar riot case?
Okay,
Why
Sharad
not?
Trivedi.
This is selective and vindictive. Why I say?
Okay, this is selective and vindictive. Sharad Trivedi, respond. Why are the same yardsticks not used for Muzaffarnagar riots? Respond to Kamruzaman.
My friend Kamruzaman has said, he has admitted that there were 21 people convicted. Here, not a single person was convicted. And the Godhra riots and the Gujarat riots, what he's talking about, people are already in prison for that. For the rape and the crimes they have committed, they are already in prison. They are undergoing their sentence. Here the problem is, just because one particular community, which is there, which is called the right community and the wrong community. एक समाज है जिसके लोगों को मारा गया है, दूसरे समाज के लोगों ने मारा है. तो problem is the community which was on the attack. That is the problem. You don't touch that. That is kosher. Don't touch it. यह तो कि फालतू समाज के लोग हैं, जो विशेष समाज के लोगों ने अगर फालतू समाज के लोगों को मारा है, तो it's fine. There's no problem. We are talking about Muzaffarnagar riots. You talk about Muzaffarnagar riots. Tell us how many, when the Samajwadi Party came out with the list of the people.
Mr. Chaudhary, one by one. You asked a question, now listen to the response. No, don't do this, Mr. Chaudhary. Everyone will speak over you also then. This is not the way to do a debate, please. Everyone needs to maintain their calm. Let's go one by one. Everyone will get a chance.
When this list was taken to the Supreme Court quashed the list because not a single Hindu was given. It was only the Vishesh Samudaya was given. The Faltu Samudaya was totally out of it. We are not talking about community in this matter. We are talking
Akhilesh Katiyar. Let Akhilesh respond to that. Akhilesh Katiyar, समाजवादी पार्टी की सरकार ने किस तरह इस पूरे मामले को प्रोब किया था? शरद त्रिवेदी कह रहे हैं कि पूरी गलत तरीके से पर्टिकुलर कम्युनिटीज के हिसाब से पूरे मामले की जांच की गई थी, उनको प्रोटेक्ट किया गया था, ये इनका आरोप है. जवाब दीजिए.
नहीं माधव साहब, जो बात चल रही है, आप मुझे ये संभल का मामला हो या उससे पहले बहराइच का मामला हो, यहां पे मामला क्या है कि
जरा मुजफ्फरनगर पे जवाब दीजिए ना.
जो आम आदमी से जुड़े हुए मुद्दे हैं, एक मिनट माधव साहब, आज उन मुद्दों पे बात ना हो सके, उन मुद्दों पे भारतीय जनता पार्टी पूरी तरह असफल हुई है, इसलिए ये सारे मुद्दे खड़े करके जनता का ध्यान भटकाया जा रहा है. बीजेपी सरकार पिछले इतने साल से शासन में, उस पर भी इंक्वायरी करा लीजिए. किसने मना किया है आपको? वहां भी कर लीजिए. आप इंक्वायरी करें. आप इंक्वायरी जब 46 साल पहले के दंगों की इंक्वायरी कर ले, तो बीच के सारे इंक्वायरी करें, काम करें उस पर. आपकी सरकार है, 7 साल होने वाले हैं. लेकिन माधव साहब, यहां पे अभी भारतीय जनता पार्टी के प्रवक्ता महोदय मंदिर की बात कर रहे थे, हिंदू की बात कर रहे थे, लेकिन जब मंदिर में माननीय अखिलेश यादव जी जाते हैं, तो भारतीय जनता पार्टी के ही कार्यकर्ता उन्हें कहते हैं ये शूद्र हैं, ये पिछड़े हैं, नीच है, मंदिर में पूजा नहीं करने देते. ये हिंदू के साथ व्यवहार है. इनका वास्ता ना हिंदुत्व से है, ना हिंदू से, सत्ता से वास्ता है. अपनी नाकामियां छुपाने के लिए इस तरीके के सारे एजेंडे पे भाजपा काम कर.
Sushil Pandit, this is just a diversionary tactic. Once again, the same allegation coming in. The others were saying that this is just an attempt to polarize ahead of the Milkipur bypolls.
नहीं, the problem is this is their Achilles heel. ये इनकी दुखती रग है, क्योंकि जिसको इन्होंने प्रश्रय दिया है, जिसको वोट बैंक की तरह पाला पोसा है, उस पर आंच नहीं आनी चाहिए. वहां जैसे ही इंक्वायरी होगी, वहां जैसे ही छानबीन होगी, तो एकदम नौकरी भूखमरी याद आ जाएगी। जब सैफई में नाच कराएंगे, नाच गाना कराएंगे, भौंडी हरकतें कराएंगे, तब इनको बेरोजगारी याद नहीं आएगी, तब इनको भूखमरी याद नहीं आएगी। जब हेलीकॉप्टर से पान लेने भेजा जाएगा लोगों को, जब लोगों की जमीनें हड़पी जाएंगी, जब नारे लगाए जाएंगे बंद दुकान हमारी तुम्हारी और खुली दुकान हमारी, तब इनको याद नहीं आएगी बेरोजगारी, बेकारी और नौजवान। गुंडई की है अपनी सरकारों के वक्त, सत्ता के वक्त। आज जांच हो रही है, आज बदमाश पकड़े जाएंगे, गर्दनें नापी जाएंगी, तो आज कह रहे हैं कि भटका रहे हैं। तो शर्म की बात है। आप प्रवक्ता बनिए, अपनी राजनीतिक विचारधारा की पैरवी कीजिए, नेताओं की बदमाशी की, टोंटी चोरी की पैरवी मत कीजिए।
ओके, अखिलेश कटियार।
माधव साहब, ये किसकी दुखती रंग है, ये जनता देख रही है। और कौन आक्रामक होके शब्दों की मर्यादा तोड़ रहा है, ये भी देश देख रहा है। दुखती रस हमारी नहीं है, दुखती रस ये आपकी है कि आप कुछ दे नहीं पाए हो प्रदेश में। और कितना गुंडागर्दी बढ़ी है, ये क्राइम के डेटा चेक करिए, हमें मत बताइए, पूरा प्रदेश जान रहा है कि किस तरीके का लॉ एंड ऑर्डर आपने दिया है, महिलाएं कितनी सुरक्षित हैं, पूरा प्रदेश जानता है। दुखती रंग आपकी है, सिर्फ झूठे वादे करते हो, जनता से झूठ बोलते हो। जब एक्सपोज होते हो तो आप एक्सपोज होने पे किस तरीके का रिएक्शन है।
ओके, आई वांट बीजेपी टू रिस्पॉन्ड ऑन दिस। इज अ डायरेक्ट क्वेश्चन फॉर शरद त्रिवेदी। शरद त्रिवेदी, प्लीज रिस्पॉन्ड।
बलात्कार लड़कों की छोटी मोटी
गलती कार्यकाल में चेयरमैन नोएडा अथॉरिटी, जिसकी रैंक सेक्रेटरी टू गवर्नमेंट ऑफ इंडिया है, उसको उनके घर में घुस के माननीय अतीक अहमद इनके नौनिहाल ने पीटा था। जो मुख्यमंत्री उत्तर प्रदेश के, उन्होंने कहा था कि बलात्कार जैसी जो चीजें बच्चों से हो जाती हैं, उसके बारे में क्या हम बच्चों को फांसी लगा देंगे। इनके नेता ने कहा था एटा में जाके कि छोटी मोटी चोरियां आप करिए, डकैतियां हमारे लिए छोड़ दीजिए। सीनियर गवर्नमेंट ऑफिसर्स वर इनसिक्योर। द चीफ मिनिस्टर माननीय मुलायम सिंह जी हिमसेल्फ थ्रेटेंड द आईजी लखनऊ रेंज। डीएसपी इन प्रतापगढ़ was shot dead. The SHO in Lucknow, in Hazratganj, was tied up in his own car and was driven around in Hazratganj in Lucknow. They should not at least talk about the Samvidhan and Samvidhan ki hatya and the legal system.
Okay, let me come back to the issue at hand. Let me come back to the issue at hand. You know, the point over here, Kamaruzzaman Chaudhary, is that there's been so much of political positioning. You know, we've seen Mr. Owaisi, for instance, come out and say that Waqf land has been acquired to build a police post. Now it comes out and turns out the person in charge of the land has come out and given out an affidavit to the government saying that this was indeed government land and that he was taking care of it. And then the government has come out to say that even the Waqf documents that Mr. Owaisi was citing were wrong. There is so much of back and forth going and political positioning happening on this particular issue that many are questioning that is it just about, you know, vote bank politics and speaking, you know, in one a particular voice, talking in one particular voice that is really important. Truth be damned.
No, it's absolutely a political positioning. Whatever incidents have happened in Sambhal or whatever incidents are coming out on a day-to-day basis, I believe the Yogi government is totally vindictive in this case. Even in cases wherein riots have happened, UP government has failed to convict any of the accused out here, whether it be from the Hindu community or from the Muslim community. Now let's say digging up a 47-year-old case, those people, most of them must have died right now, died as of now. Witnesses have all become hostile. Many of them will not even recognize their witnesses. The point of bringing an inquiry in a 47-year-old case is to set the things in Sambhal to order. And look, to the Muslims of Sambhal, look, आप अगर हमारा विरोध किया तो वो 47 साल पुराना केस भी हम निकाल के लेकर आएंगे. How many people have been arrested in Sambhal right now, out of which how many Muslim population have been arrested in Sambhal? If I ask this question, will I be branded a communal? Will it be a communal vote bank politics? No, Madhav, a democratic country, we have got a right to ask the questions of Yogi. ये आपका कोई माफिया डॉन का टर्न आप सरकार नहीं चला सकते हो. आपको कानून का तहत चलाना होगा.
Okay, Sushil Pandit, it's a democratic right to ask questions. We will continue to do so. Please respond to Kamaruzzaman.
It's a democratic right of opposition to ask questions, but it cannot be democratic right of opposition to whitewash a riot, to whitewash a genocide. In Sambhal, UP Hindu population has dwindled into single digits, and those who remain live cowering under fear. Is that right? How can you exonerate people for these bloody crimes that have happened. And people have gone scot-free. No challenge to the magisterial court order into higher level appeal courts, appellate courts. Can a serious charge of killing 200 people go unchallenged in higher courts? No government goes in appeal. This is an incredible scenario. Our criminal justice system is on trial here.
Respond to that, Kamruzaman Chaudhary. That's a very, very important point he's making. He's saying that there was a serious crime. One second, Kamruzaman Chaudhary. There's a serious crime, over 200 people that have been alleged to have been killed. And in such a situation, just the trial court order is enough. There is no need to go to the High Court.
No, that's a lapsus on the part of the administration, whoever was ruling Uttar Pradesh. We are out of power for the last 40 to 45 years in Uttar Pradesh. But
that's the whole point he's making.
In Supreme Court, wait, let me finish. In Supreme Court, the Supreme Court said the demolition of the Babri Masjid was a criminal offence. Now the Uttar Pradesh administration could not convict even a single person in a court of law. Did the Uttar Pradesh administration go to appeal? No, they have not gone because it suits their vote bank politics.
Okay, Sharad Trivedi, respond to that point. Respond to that point. He's drawing a parallel with the Babri case. Please respond, Sharad. 1 second. This is an important point you made, Kamal. Let's listen to what Sharad Trivedi has to say.
He has rightly said it. I fully accepted. 160 people were killed in Uttar Pradesh. The car sevaks were killed. Nobody was arrested. Why was this matter not persecuted? Why didn't they raise their voice? Here we are talking about reconciliation. The Nazis murdered Jews 80 years back. The German government is giving compensation today. They are saying sorry. The Japanese government and the Japanese Prime Minister and the King is saying apologies to the Korean women who were treated as comfort women, and they are paying reparation. We are just saying that let's come out with the truth. Whosoever is guilty may be persecuted, and the truth should come out, and everybody should say sorry and be happy about it. What is the problem?
All right, let's leave it there. Let's leave it there, gentlemen, out of time. And of course, this is an issue that we'll be debating perhaps for many more months, perhaps years, as long as this probe goes on. Sharad Trivedi, Sushil Pandit, Kamruzaman Chaudhary, Akhilesh Katiyar, thank you so much, gentlemen, for joining us this evening.